Hello creative friends, it's Shami here. Welcome to my creative art room. We are going to get started with a fun project. So I got one of these little wooden trays from the Dollar Tree. I have a ton of them. I love painting them. So I'm just going to squirt out some acrylic paint, very cheap acrylic paint in multiple colors, and I am going to apply it to my surface. So this is super simple. I love just adding blocks of color. If you add lots of white on your palette, you can kind of alter the colors and even get more bang for your buck or contrast when you add the white to the colors to get a lighter shade. So I am just going to keep adding that. You'll see that I'm going to go into my composition art journal because that's what I do with leftover paint, because I don't want to waste it. And I'm just using a flat brush here, and I do this kind of in layers. So I will let this dry and I cover up my palette with plastic, and then I'll go back in and add more and more layers. It wouldn't be a problem if I was using just all warm or cool colors. I'm using a lot of cool colors here, and then a few, and then like one warm color. And that's really great if you're having trouble with picking colors for your palette. It helps if you do that too. But I'm just going to keep adding things up, which is awesome. I'm going to add some white here, just some straight white. And I'm going to go in and add more white too. And I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you're enjoying the video. I hope you paint lots of things that you can use in your house. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bells if you haven't yet. And I will let this dry in a little while, but I'm just trying to fill it up with as much color as I can. But I find this process so relaxing. Just applying colors, you don't have to overthink it, and it's really fun and super easy. You can even do this with kids. This is definitely one of my favorite kind of painting techniques. It's just blocks of beautiful color just slapped on there with a brush. So it's super simple. And I am going to let that dry a little bit. I think I'll add a little bit more teal. I'm going to paint up the edges a little bit more, and I'm going to paint the bottom of this too in black, but I'm just going to keep working. And then I let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with more colors. So I squirted out a little bit more purple and added that, but I'm going to mostly use the colors that I have here and just keep adding everything up. I'm going to squirt out some white, you'll see that, and start adding that in too. So I'm putting on some lime, super simple. And I love flat brushes. You can just press them and it makes really cool marks too. So super simple. And it kind of gets a little hard. You can even switch to a smaller brush to get into the cracks, but I kind of like when it overlaps. I'm going to keep this very simple. I really just wanted this to be very colorful, but I mean, you could like mask out a shape or add stenciling and more stamping. I mean, there's so many fun things that you could do. You could add lots of marks and doodles, and I think that'd be great too. So the possibilities with these little trays are endless. I'm going to go in with white and black. I think that will just kind of bring everything together because it is so colorful. That just gives you kind of a place for your eyes to rest. So I'm just going in with the white. I've let this dry completely, and then I'm going to go in with some black too and apply that too. And I love adding marks to the black. And then I'm going to add a splatter or two also. So I just want this to be really pretty and colorful. And I love making these little trays. They're $1. You can get them at the Dollar Tree, but also on Amazon too. And they're the perfect little size to put my paint pens in. I'm going to paint the bottom of this and then let that dry too. But yeah, it's a real, and it makes a great gift too. You can paint these up and totally give them to your friends. And I think anyone would love these. So I'm going to add some splatters, and then I'm going to let things dry. Then I'm going to grab my paint pen. I'm just going to add some simple marks, just dots. I wanted to add more, but I kind of was like, I'm going to keep this one simple because I can doodle on anything, and I do, but just simple marks. So this is just a white paint pen, and I'm just adding very, very simple dots. Just keep in mind that this is wood, so sometimes it can mess up your pins a little bit. This is a really cheap one that I have in my stash. And then I'm going to go in with black and just add some lines, and I'm going to use the hot pink too. I just pulled out a lot of paint pens. I love paint pens, and these are acrylic paint pens. I will have them linked in the description if you want to know which ones are my favorites. And I'm going to go around the edge with a little bit of gold, and then I'll go in, I think, with white too, just to add that little pop of interest. So now I'm going to pick up my beautiful neon pink color and just add some lines too. So very, very simple. I mean, you could doodle forever on this and it would work out great, but you'll see here. And I'd like to decorate the bottom of these too. So I'm just doing lines, very, very easy. And I'm just altering them, alternating, you know, whether they're vertical or horizontal. So super simple, and it makes a really cool pattern. So really fun. And I did fast forward this video a little bit, but I did this maybe like in less than a minute. I really didn't overthink it. I just moved my hands super fast and it works out. So I'm going to let that dry for a little while, add some more little dots, and then I'm going to seal the whole thing with just a sealer. You can use Mod Podge, or I'm using my Deco Page Glue sealer. And that's it. So you'll definitely be seeing this in a lot of my videos, and I love having these trays. I hope that you give this idea a try. Thank you so much for being with me, and I will see you for the next video. Happy creating. Do you like to paint stuff? I'd love to hear about it below. What are some of the things that you love to paint and add your own little twist to? Have a great day. Happy creating. Bye bye.